Mother, log off your gambling site and vacate the living room.
Fuck you, bish, I gots to gamble.
I need to do my Godot-centered internet show.
But nobody watches your gay little internet show.
Mother, you leave me no choice. Nobody messes with my gay little internet show.
All right, yeah, dude, we're back at it again. Nice. Yeah, I don't have anything crazy in the background. Cool. Let's get that art list music going. Hell yeah. So this is where we were at. We were making this shitty graphics card and this shitty robot face. We got some gears going on here. Gotta make some machine shit. Some wires and whatnot. Let's take a look, see if we can find a giant robot and maybe pull some inspiration from that. Let me, giant robot. Giant junk robot, how about that? Trying to see if I can find an idea. Kind of like wires hanging off like that in panels. That type of shit is what we're going for. That's pretty easy to do. Yeah, this type of look. Maybe not that like hardcore aesthetic, but just, you know, a bunch of fucking wires and shit that you can just be like, oh, that kind of looks like it does something, but it wouldn't actually do anything in the real world. I want to avoid the term steampunk because steampunk is really gay. We'll use Bionicle. We're taking it, we're gonna go Bionicle style with it. Silent Hill Bionicle is what I'm going for. Alright. Let me do one thing. I'm gonna post. I'll post on my Discord that I'm live now for the 8 people that watch me. Alright, so I need to make some type of floor for this. Let's just make a mesh, a plane, and extend it out. This was kind of the idea, is have the player move from right here. We're gonna have some type of singing some type of terminal, you know, right here. Maybe not, you know, it's not probably what's gonna look like, just a block, but that would be the idea. And then having 2 of them over here. And then I was thinking, like, what should the face be doing? I think maybe the face should be, like, further back, probably a little bit. Well, we probably need to join it all, but make it smaller. At least make this in the eyes a little bit smaller. I think what I'm going to do is have the face. I think it would be cool to kind of have it like, you know, rotating, like not like a human body would, but have it like I'll move it back, but have it like rotating up and around like this, kind of like it's like a big coil, like metal pipe type deal. So like if we had like a cylinder and we spin it 90 on the Y. Yeah, I guess the idea of the boss would be that you would be like in this chamber. Shit, motherfucker. You know what I can do? I can just get rid of some of these for right now. I'll just hide it later. But yeah, the idea is that you're going to be like in this chamber. I guess we'll have to put a bunch of like machinery around here or whatever. Then a rusty texture, and you'll be in here fighting to blow up these GPUs. I'm gonna have like a CPU over here in the background somehow. Yeah, I mean, it shouldn't take that long to make. It's basically making another one of these, but CPU. I mean CPU. And then we gotta make something for this to fit into. So it looks like they'd be like 3 of them plugged in. And I guess, you know, this face would just be spinning around and like screaming at you. And I think we would also have like maybe some type of claw or something that spins around and hits you too. I was trying to think what the arms should do, because we have like if I unhide everything, then we'll just like Alt H. We have these two, which we're going to change to the yellow metal. Originally, my idea was to have, you know, this kind of in there somewhere, like moving along with the head. But I just think that's kind of overplayed. And then I saw the Black Ops 7 campaign where they had that big giant robot walking around, and I was like, yeah, that looks hella gay. So I think my plan now is to probably get rid of this and just have the face in there, rotating around and whatnot. And then I might have like some type of claw or hook hand like come down and grab that shit. That's my plan anyway. gotta be the perfect level. It's really freaking sensitive. Alright, so what am I gonna do here? Do we have the tread plate? I have the darkest metal. The darkest metal. Let's just Control A, scale it, and then go Edit Mode, UV, Unwrap. Whatever. So we have that as a floor. It kind of looks like marble. I kind of want like tread plate or something. Let's just go grab tread plate. Yeah, what is it? Polyhaven. Textures, and I know we have one. It's kind of cool. Let's go to metal. This is the one I'm looking for. That's very metal. We'll download it as the Blender file instead of doing it the dumb way I used to. And it looks like I already had it, but whatever. So let's show it in the folder, and let's go ahead and extract the files to, where's fucking environment textures? Perfect, right in here. Go ahead and do that. Alright, so we'll go back, go File, Append, and we can go to Desktop, Environment Textures, and it should be down here at the bottom. Metal plate. And we need to grab the material. There we go. And now we just need to set it. Yeah, there we go. Let's go to UV. I just want to make it, oh shit. Yeah, I just need it like that, basically. Alright. That looks pretty cool, I think. I think what I'm going to do is, like, maybe cut some panels out of it or some shit. It'd be cool to have some, like, fencing. I'm sure we could find some fencing somewhere. It'd just be how low poly it is. I guess I could make some, too. Whatever. Yeah, so I guess my plan was just kind of to E and extrude this out. And let me turn it back to global, bounding box center. Perfect. Giant junk robot. Awesome. Alright. So, yeah, I think that should be just a little bit up like that, and we should also have a cube. I guess I'm just trying to think, you know, some type of platform would have like some type of like strut here. You know, some shit like that. I'm just kind of trying to make these somewhat even. And then we'll do like a expand up here, and we'll just bring that back in. And have them extend down like to the bottom. The player's never going to see that anyway, but we might as well put these in here. What the fuck was that? Alright, let's add that fucking metal plate. Looks like shit. Great. Actually, we'll probably just add fucking reddish metal. A UV unwrap. UV smart UV project. There we go. Yeah, and then I was thinking of adding like another cube. Very important stuff here. I'm basically just delaying making real parts for the actual metal monster, but you need some type of, you know, whatever. I guess we could just do it this way. We could just expand this out. Whatever, fuck it. Why don't I just do this? I'll go into edit mode. And I can actually make it the size I need it. That'll be fine. There we go, and we'll just make it the reddish metal. Control A, scale, edit, UV, unwrap. I didn't get the whole thing, awesome. A, UV, unwrap, there we fucking go. Got the whole fucking thing. Still looks like shit. What are you fucking... That's right, because I need to go UV Smart Project. There we go. Alright, now we're fucking rocking and rolling. Alright, we'll go right here. We'll put that shit right there. I'm just going to duplicate this. I guess I could mirror it, but I just don't feel like it. So we'll put that there. I'm going to shrink this on the Y. On the Y. And then we'll Shift D, G, oh shit, what are you doing? Shift D, G, Z, bring this, oh, you fucking piece of shit. We'll get rid of that one. But yeah, I basically just wanted that type thing. I think I'm just going to join all of these together. And then Control Shift D, G on the X. And actually, you know what? I'm just going to array it. We'll go array. We're going to go... I want to do like 4. Evenly spaced on there. What? 4. So we go like oh man, we gotta get really specific. All right, that's good enough. And we'll just grab it and move it up. There we go. Cool. Let's go to rendered and we'll go Alt H. For now, I'm just going to get rid of these. I'm actually going to delete the faces just because it's going to be a pain in the ass to keep looking back in on this thing. But yeah, I guess we'll just apply like the reddish metal. So this is kind of the like ambience that I'm going for here. Ambiance, whatever you want to call it. Ambient. We can have like LEDs somewhere. I guess we should make some like industrial looking equipment. I guess I was gonna make a crane, so basically yeah, my idea was this guy would be like free rotating around like over here and then like over here like that. Maybe we should have it all 6 directions. That would look pretty sick, actually. Like if you're running to each one of these terminals and blowing up each graphics card, and there's 6 of them. Full scene building in Blender, cool. Yeah, I think it looks alright. At least mapping it out, I don't know. But yeah, I really like the idea of this guy like grinding on a gear around the set, because we can have like, you know, smoke and flames as particles shooting out of the back of it, and it'll look really cool. Alright. Shit, okay. So, what am I gonna do here? I wanted to put, like, let's go back to material. I basically want to copy one of these. Let's get rid of that modifier. I'm going to rotate it 90 degrees on the Z. I'm going to scale it up. I'm going to get rid of this for a second. Yeah, so we're basically going to have one that goes across like this. I'm going to get rid of that second rung. We're just going to hit L, delete vertices. Let me Alt-H to bring that back. So yeah, this should extend like up to the ceiling like that. And it's going to go directly overhead of the player. Let me go up here. Yeah, I guess the idea here would be that there would be like a I think the easiest way for me to do it is to put like some type of crane mechanism on here, and that's how the boss is going to attack you. So the head will just run on like animations that don't matter at all, so we don't have to animate too much in that. It'll just be like a cool looking thing in the level. And then we'll have like, you know, a claw that drops down and tries to hit you or something, or like tries to swipe at you, and the player will just dodge it whenever we have the key prompts. And we'll have 6 interactables around here for them to blow up or whatever. Maybe we can have like RAM and ROM. You know, we could have like RAM over here. We got the GPU over there. We'll have like CPU somewhere over here. We'll have like a water cooling system. So they're like destroying every system of the PC as this thing is freaking out. I mean, that's a pretty awesome way to finish a game, I feel like. You know. Let's see. I guess I want to make a RAM card. Let's do that right now. Alright, let's just fucking Google it and look up, RAM. RAM computer. Let's see, what do I want to... I mean, no one's gonna know what that is. We need, like, the, gaming RAM. There we go. Yeah, I'm imagining something more like this, or like that. Yeah, here we go. I think that would be what they would look like. Yeah, so let's see. Yeah, so we'll make a RAM. I guess we'll make some RAM, fuck it, I don't give a shit. I don't feel like doing too much tonight, so... Let me hide this. We also got to make the claw for this thing, and I think I'm going to work on this for a second too. I want this to be more like an I-beam, so I'll just do an inset. And then I'll just bring that in. Alright, so I need one more inset. Actually, I think I can just extrude this and bring that in like that. Because if you've never used a crane before, I'm crane certified. That's you gotta have like a little channel for the thing to travel on. I'm a very experienced wagey. All right. Have I ever tried creating a game using the Blender engine? No, I have not. I did buy a book on the Blender engine. I bought a book about Blender a while back, and it had a section on the Blender engine, but I never really, like, looked into it. Just because I was doing Godot. Yeah, let's actually look up a lift. Let's build a lift. Hell yeah. Let's look up crane hoist. Crane hoist. Is that how you even spell it? I have no fucking idea. There we go. This is what I used to operate. One of these. These things rock. These things are so cool. These ones are for babies. Fuck those. I hate when they would let me use one of these. I was like, no, dude. I need one of these. I need one of the 5 tons that I can pick up anything that will, like, pick me up and, like, bring me to the top of the ceiling. I don't want to use one of these little baby ones to pick up parts off the ground like an animal. I want one of the highly mechanized ones. These things rock. Alright, let me just get a good picture. That one's a good picture, so we'll just do that. Add cube. I'll bring it up. Shit, let me go back to here. Alright, so we'll grab that, move it up. Damn, our cross section here is really fucked up on that I-beam, but I guess it doesn't really matter because no one's going to check it. There's no inspectors here. So we'll bring that up right there. We're basically going to have another one over here like that, and then some type of rectangle in the middle connecting them. Like that. And do a material preview. Hell yeah. Fuck yeah. Something like that. I'm just gonna join these. Actually, no, I'm not gonna do that. We're gonna make this one. I guess that material for now. We'll do the yellow metal on these. And we'll probably do the metal plate on that. Alright, so I think I'm also going to... what do I just did? A subdivision surface on these. That looks great. Alright, so what do I really want to do? I really want to bevel these edges and make it look more like it's actually a component housing. So we got to get rid of this side over here. We're going to get rid of the face. And we're going to bring this out a little bit like that. I think we should even... I think what I'm going to do is grab this and slope it down like that, and then maybe bring this in, because they are a little oblong in reality sometimes. You know, now it looks more like an actual panel box. And then I'm going to bevel all these edges, and that'll make it look super badass. Up BGE is so underrated and so powerful. If you have some experience with Geometry Node, you'll be fine. Huh. Yeah, I guess I've never used the Geometry Nodes. I have looked into them a little bit. I just haven't had time to mess with them. Alright, so I think I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to add, like, a couple of edges there. Maybe make that width like that. I think that looks good. That's like a Husqvarna shape type deal. And then if I go object, shade auto smooth, that makes it like a nice little gas tank looking deal. I think we can bring this out a little bit further, and we could do this. We could make a cylinder. Move the fucking cylinder, you fucking piece of shit. Fucking bastard, motherfucker. Let me get some more coffee real quick. Sorry. Kitty cat, you're gonna have to get up. 1 second. Alright, I'm back. Alright, so I'm gonna have to rotate this 90 on the X. Yeah, there we go. Bring it like this. It's basically gonna be like a wheel that this thing is gonna ride on. I don't think anyone's ever gonna see this anyway, but we might as well have like some semblance of realism on this thing. We'll bring it up. Just like that. This will expand out like this. Probably don't need it that far out. Doesn't have to be logical, so we'll just get one here and one right there. And I might have to bring this up a little bit. Right there. Don't worry about the beeping. It's not important. I could turn it off, but it's a pain in the ass to do, so we're not going to worry about it. I'm going to Shift D. We're going to bring this over here and bring this closer in on the X like that. And bring that out like this. And then we'll probably edit it. And maybe mess with the shape a little bit. Let's grab the planes. Or on the Y, okay. Yeah, there we go. Looks somewhat, you know what I mean, you know. Let's grab it and go here. We'll bring it in, same as the other one, and we'll do, what do we do, 2, we'll do 3. We'll do there, and there we go. We gotta go Object, Shade Smooth, Object, Shade Auto Smooth, there we go. Cool. We also got to get rid of that one face. Let's just do this. We got to get rid of these faces. And then we're just going to probably going to go add modifier. Where is the solidify? We'll bring that in like that. Just so it's like a box, like an actual fucking thing. Add modifier, solidify. It doesn't really matter which side we do it from. And then I think these should be like a silvery type of metal. So almost like we could just make a new one of these. Object, shade smooth. We're gonna go metallic all the way up. And let me just grab. You had a cat that always appeared on the broadcast. The cat actually is just, it was sitting on my lap. It just ran away when I got up to get coffee. Yeah, now it's eating some food. Alright, so let's go shading, texture, image texture, open. So can I go to environment textures? Nice. I just want like I just want a normal, and we'll add a normal map. Slam that shit in there, and the color here. There we go. I just need like some type of texture on there. It looks pretty good with just color, honestly, in a normal map. I kind of like doing that. I think it looks really cool. And then we'll do the same thing over here. Let me rename this to something. Silver metal. Silver metal. And we'll grab these. Silver metal. Silver metal, perfect. I'm just gonna join them. Control J. And then these, Control J, and we'll go object. Shade, smooth, there we go. Oh yeah, there's the cat. If you're wondering where the cat is, she's right here. Oh my god, get off my headphone cord. Alright, fucking cat. So looking at that, it's pretty puny compared to the head, so we probably should make it bigger so it looks like scary and whatnot. I think we need to do this. If I just select this and I go S on the Z, and I make that larger, we could make the whole thing larger. Let's scale this up to match. And then we'll go from there. So if I want these to basically fit in the width of that thing right there, like they're rollers, it would be like that. And we'll bring it over. Nice. We'll go edit mode. L, L, Z, wireframe, G on the Y, bring that in. We'll grab this one, edit mode, L, L, G on the Y, bring that out a little bit, there we go. Alright, so yeah, we have that. Let's go and make this bigger until it's an actual housing for those rollers. I think that looks pretty good. And we can grab this one. Alright, so I think we need to bring it down to Z if we can. Kind of like that. I'm gonna hide all this shit. Yeah, so I guess I'm just trying to go for that type deal. Might look weird to have them misaligned like that, but I kind of like that look. And then we'll have that, where's that cross-section bar? It's gotta come down. And we'll make like two of them. Shift D, G on the X. Bring that shit over there. Let's bring this back just a little bit. Perfect. So yeah, then I'm gonna add some type of claw right here in the middle and have the head guy try and attack you with a claw. That'll be easier than having to animate arms or some shit. It'll make it cooler. Alright. Yeah, and I'll probably have some type of, I'll make it later, but I'll put some type of light on here. So there'll be like a green light and like a red light. So when the red light's on, you know it's like not gonna attack. And then the green light will flip on when it's like ready to attack or whatever. And your camera's gonna be guided anyway, so it's not like the character has, like free range over the camera. So they're gonna be looking up at it. We'll have like the lights flip on, and then the thing will come and attack you. And I think we made it big enough that we can attack at each terminal. So I guess we'll just have like a thing come down, and I can animate it to swing at like the player or whatever, and then come back up. Kind of like that. That'll be easier than animating a whole bunch of shit. I don't know. I'll probably just move this through code. I don't think there's any reason to animate that. And we can just have sparks fly out of it and shit like that. And there's a whole lot we can do to make it look like it's moving. All right, let's make that RAM. We forgot to do that. All right. DDR4 gaming RAM. So this is probably the one I'm going to try and make. I think that's the easiest. Alright, so I guess we'll just start with a cube like we always fucking do. I'm trying to use the graphics card as like a reference to, I guess, how, you know, how big it should be. What about right there? Something like that. And I need to expand that up right there. Looks like we got a couple of cuts. So I put one here, we go here, bring this down, G on the Z like that. It kind of looks like that. I'm using this picture right here. Yeah, and then I think what I'll do is I'll go right here and put that there, and I'm going to grab these and do an inlay and shrink it on the Y like that, and then shoot it down. And then we'll do the same thing over here. S on the Y. And then shoot it down. So we'll probably end up making that thinner or whatever, but can you help with this project? Probably not at this point, just because we've like already got our team, but in the future possibly. I don't know, I'll probably do more projects, maybe like game jams with people or something. I don't know, I'm not really good at like managing teams of people, so I'm like already trying to do that with like 2 people, and that's kind of difficult to like get everyone on board to do stuff. I mean, not that like people aren't doing stuff, but like people are, it's just hard to coordinate with people and like make sure the GitHub repository is all up to date. So I guess before I work with like a giant team of people, I should probably work with like 2 or 3 and actually be able to like put a project together coherently, instead of having like, you know, just some huge bundle of ideas, which is what we have at this stage. So I mean, not that I don't think it's going well, I think it's going pretty good. It's just, you know, it's hard shit. And it's not like I'm like a great programmer or modeler or anything. I'm like pretty much just average at about everything. It's just I guess I'm like somewhat decent at doing it on time. Alright, we're gonna make those beveled. And probably do 2 segments and make them a little bit larger. There we go. I don't like what's going on down there. Let me undo those. I don't know why I got those. Very intelligent decision there. Let's get rid of that shit. All right. Okay, yeah, that looks good. And I think what I'm going to do is actually just alt this real quick and shrink it in on the Y. Like that. There we go. Now we got a little bit more of a thing going there. I mean, that's the basic that's the basic thing of RAM. You know, it's looking pretty much like that. We just need to maybe add some cutouts over there. We'll do a few here. Okay, and I guess I kind of want to like just get rid of these. Can I just, you know, it'd be easier than doing all that. Is just doing this. I can just make another cube and do cutouts. So we'll go cube. Bring that shit out. S on the Y. Shrink the whole thing down. And then S on the X like this. Bring that shit like that. I'm just gonna Control A. I don't know if the scale matters, but we're gonna fucking do it any fucking way. We'll do that right there. And I think what I'm gonna do is actually kind of spin it up like this. And I'll just cut out probably 3 of them going down like that. We're going to Control J. We're going to grab this and go add modifier, boolean, grab it, and apply it, and then hide that, and then there we go. We have that cutout. I'll probably do one on the other side too. So I'm going to go Alt-H, unhide everything, and then hide that again. And then pull this all the way down there. Spin it 180 degrees on the Z. I don't know why it spun the other way. R, 180 on the Z. We'll put that there. And we're going to say, we'll just do another boolean right there, and apply the bastard and hide the motherfucker, and then we have yeah, we got that. I think we need a little more definition. How's my favorite agreeable streamer doing? Very agreeable. I'm taking all my SSRIs. I really just feel like you know, serving some type of system. Maybe if I could go back to college and just pay them a lot of money, and then I really just feel like getting into a 50-year mortgage, honestly. I heard we gotta go to war with Colombia for some reason. And then, you know what? Trump told me that we actually don't have any talent in America. And we should let all the Indians in to do all of our jobs that we can't find because nobody can find any fucking jobs. Yeah, it's been a fucking great week. But actually, yeah, I'm doing pretty good. I feel really good. I went outside. I did some boxing. I punched the tire that I've wrapped around a tree. I did some jump rope out there. Very manly activity, jumping rope. Yeah, fun stuff. I can't go to war with Colombia. Those are where my best friends are. Yeah. What am I trying to do here? I want to go to the individual origins and to the normals. And I want to extrude. And then E. And then... oh, if I need a character rig system, there's no need to add me to your team or anything. You'd be happy to help. I guess if I find some stuff, I'm actually working with Kibble Bits right now. I know it's weird to say his name right like that, but yeah, it's who I'm working with, and then another guy called Song Angel. I mean, they have like real names. I just don't really know them. But yeah, I don't know. I will if I come up with something. Then I'll let you know. If you're in the Discord, your name's like Blenzerk. I have a Discord. I should post the links to that. It's an Indian-free Discord. We're trying to keep it that way, though. All right, we'll put this here, and we'll put that there. And and some other guy, and Kibble Bites. Yeah, I don't know how you're gonna put your name in the credits unless you want to go like unnamed. I don't know, I guess a lot of people are very anxious about putting their information out on the internet nowadays, but it's like, you know, what are you gonna do, hide forever? Eventually they're gonna come for you. And when they came for me, there was no one left. when they came for Shitlord 445, I didn't stand up. When they came for TND 1488, I didn't stand up. And then when they came for me, there was no one left to stand for me. All right. Let's just shrink this down. There we go. I'm trying to hit 12 pull-ups by the end of the year. That's pretty good. I'll see how many pull-ups I can do. I can do more because I'm kind of smaller. I'm smaller and so agreeable I can do a lot of pull-ups. I actually have this weight vest, which is like 25 pounds, and I can do, I think, 3 weighted pull-ups with it. So I'm trying to get to like 6 weighted pull-ups. All right, that looks pretty cool. I'll probably put some type of display on here or something, and then we'll just do, I guess, different materials for now. Let's go material 1. We'll do... we're going to go with the yellow metal like we did with the other one. And then we'll go with the reddish metal and the Let's try the silver metal in some of these. How many push-ups can I do? I don't know. I never really counted them. I'm doing the Mike Menzer approach, so I'm trying to lift like the heaviest amount of weight that you can for about 4 repetitions, or 4 to 6 repetitions. So that's why I'm doing the weighted pull-ups, and then I do the weighted push-ups with the vest on. I normally do like 10 or 15 of those. Yeah, I gotta get like more weights to squat because I want to do like farmer's carries and stuff like that, but the weights are expensive. A. Oh, I think I have to do this. I gotta scale the thing. Control A, scale. There we go. Cool. So I'm trying to figure out where the division area should be. I think this up here should be something different. So all of this. Yeah, 20 push-ups with a weighted vest goal. Can we hit it? Well, I can't do any workouts till tomorrow. Tomorrow is, I gotta wait 4 days. And then I'm gonna go really hard tomorrow. Maybe I'll do a workout stream. I'll do it in my backyard. I'll just make a whole bunch of noise and my neighbors will fucking hate me. Yeah, I have my giant 5'7" frame, so nobody can stop me. I'm doing all this work just to get bogged by someone who's probably like 40 pounds bigger than me. All right. Are we getting another, are we getting a stimulus check from Trump? I just saw like a clickbait article. That's probably not great, but probably not good for the economy. All right. I don't know, it's not the same exact colors. Let's use the circuit board material down there. Oops, there we go. Yeah, I mean, that's not bad. And then I'm going to probably put some type of logo on here, so I'll have to make like a different texture and put some type of logo on there. I guess I don't really like that top. We're going to have to change that to... we had another metal, don't we? Darkest metal. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of more in line with that. So we're going to have like, you know, a row of these. Over here. So I guess the idea as I'm progressing this in my mind is we have the boss guy over here running around attacking everyone. We have this right here. The RAM, we're going to be destroying that. The GPU, we're going to be blowing that up. We're going to be moving this crane, attacking the player. And I guess I got the idea from, let me pull up a boss fight, so I don't sound like a fucking lunatic. What is it called? Typing of the Dead. that's not it. Playthrough. Over here.
Thanks. You can get outside that way.
Yeah, this is pretty much the boss fight that I was kind of like basing this off of with the crane. He like jumps up in the air. I remember this being super scary as I was a kid. Let's see if we're gonna do it. Yeah, here we go. So I guess the idea would be like you have to type it in, and then if not, it like diverts the crane or whatever, or pushes it off to the side or dodges it. Yeah. But yeah, that's the idea. All right, so I think we'll have the grinding. We'll have that guy with the gears. We'll just have this like pipe or whatever spin around or something. I don't know how we're gonna have him move left to right. I guess it really doesn't have to make a whole lot of sense, does it? So we have RAM. We're gonna need a CPU. Let's go find a CPU. Oops, that's the wrong thing. So this one, CPU. Cool. So yeah, I guess that's like the best, you know, it's gonna have to like go in somewhere. We could make it say like Evil Series 5 or something. That would be funny. But yeah, we can make one of those, I guess. We'll just make it right out of this. We'll shrink it down. And then, oh, where's my artless music? There we go. We'll bring this in. Bring that up. And then can we bevel all these corners? I think so. I think we can. Bevel those bastards. And give them multiple. How do I feel about the N-word? Which N-word? I'm not sure which one you're talking about. You have to be more specific. Hold on. Ninjas. You know, I don't know. I guess I never really disliked Japanese people that much. So what am I trying to do? I guess I want to raise this up a little bit. Yeah, so we'll raise that up. I think I need to shrink it just a little bit. And then if I auto smooth it. Oh, you silly Billy. Yeah. Oh, I think my opinion's pretty clear. Yeah, good vibes, good vibes. You know who I really love? The nation of Israel. I think if there's anyone who could be, you know, who could be called morally superior, it's probably those Israelis. I think, you know, The Epstein documents are really going to clear them of any wrongdoing, and that's why our government is just rushing, chomping at the bit to get those things released, because they know that it's going to clear Israel's name. Yeah, Zionists win. With Zionists you lose. With Zionists you win, buddy. Yeah, dude, I can't imagine. That was so funny when they're like, "We're gonna release the Epstein documents." It's like, what are you even fucking talking about? Like, you're just gonna release some piece of paper that says like, "This guy did it." It's like, yeah, like I believe you. Who did this come from? Fucking Kash Patel, the guy who was like honeypotted on live TV. It's like, I'm 100% certain that guy could be corrupted in like 10 fucking seconds. You know, it's like, it's fucking ridiculous. What am I trying to do? Add a material. What am I? Oh, I guess we'll just grab. I think we should do one like the reddish metal. I wanted to make a new one. Fucking art list. Let's do that. Let's go to my techno playlist. I forgot we had that. We always bust that out. There we go. You know, my opinion of the Chinese will go up if they detain and beat Hassan Piker. If I see Hassan Piker just being tasered by like 8 Chinese people, I'll be singing the praises of communist China. I'll be like, hell yeah, China. I don't know. I got really hopeful when I saw him detained by the Chinese people. I was like, please, just beat the shit out of him. Just go at him. Like, in some rural Chinese Providence. I want like some guy with a man catcher leading him around through town. Enemy of the state, Hassan Piker. That would be so funny. We are making Epstein's temple, yeah. Well, you know, we gotta... I'm making this video game, that's my own little temple. You gotta build your own little shit. And then we'll fund our own empire, and it'll be way better than this. Hopefully. Alright, so what do I gotta do? I don't want to do that. I want to assign a different metal. I think the silver metal might actually work here. Probably for the other one, though. Yeah, I think we'll do the silver and the yellow. That's why we're stuck at 5K. I hope YouTube is deaf now. Yeah. Yeah, I think YouTube, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with YouTube. Seemed like they were getting more free on a lot of stuff that you could say. But then it is owned by, well, it's headed by like an Indian guy right now, I think, right? I heard Joshua Moon spurting about it. So that's like the basic shape. What am I doing? Where am I at? Alright. Yeah, I never really made this YouTube channel to get views or whatever. I made this as an expression of art for myself. I mean, the stream says it all. I have no friends and I must stream. That's the thumbnail. It's pretty accurate. YouTube doesn't like this. Yeah, YouTube can suck a fucking dick. That's why we got Kick. We're on Kick. Evil Eddie loves me. I'm sure he's rushing right now to watch my stream. I'm sure he knows I exist. He doesn't just care about degenerate gamblers like Boss Man. He cares about people like me who are trying to educate the youth of this country. The third temple, we must rebuild it. I don't know. I don't know about temples and whatnot. Where I come from, we build churches, not temples, alright? Usually temples are like, you know, for demons, evildoers, temples of doom. I don't really want my structures referred to as temples. I would prefer them referred to as like churches or whatever. It's a synagogue. Alright. Okay, so I have that. What do they look like again? We were promised it 3,000 years ago. The 3,000 temple. Who is we? Whose side are you on, buddy? Prove your Anglo-Saxon heritage right now. You bet you must look this Aryan to chat. He must be at least 75% Aryan, like myself. Yeah, I guess I was trying to build one of these plates that go around it. That's a good representation. And then it kind of like slams down on it. So we could have the plate like shoot off and explode. So I think what I'm going to do is just copy this. I like painters. I like painters too, guys. Yeah. Don't worry, we'll even take we'll take what we can get. Okay, yeah, so I think I'm just going to probably just boolean it right here and then have some type of latch down there. I think what I'll do is make this side less like that, and then we'll have a latch right here that's going to shoot up and open that. I'm actually going to put another cube in there. Yeah, so I'm thinking something like this, probably up a little bit further like that. And then I'm going to add a cylinder. And we're going to spin it R90 on the Y. We'll put that there. What am I making, by the way? I am making a, it's like a boss fight for a typing game. So it's going to be a typing game where you have to break out of this simulation by typing really friggin' fast on your keyboard. I don't know, the story really hasn't been finalized yet, but you're going to be facing off against a giant computer, so the idea would be that you would be in this like virtual environment and you're fighting this computer, blowing up all of its components. We got you know, the GPU, the RAM, the CPU, and then this is going to be like the face of the computer is like spinning around the room looking at you while we have this crane trying to hit the player. It's just going to be like, you know, a representation of the computer trying to fight with you. I don't know. It's kind of a cool thing, I think. I like big boss fights that are epic like that. Hopefully other people do too. You know, and it's still like a manageable scale for like something that I can create on my own, and then integrate into the project that we're working on. I did try to like buy assets, but it just felt kind of soulless to have assets that like you have no connection to. I did make like an ocean scene, and then it's just super high vertices. I have like so many vertices in there, and I tried exporting it to Godot, and it like doesn't look great. I don't know. I also got to do a lot more work on it, so I think I'll probably come back to it and be like, this is better than I remember, or this is worse than I remember, or something. So let's get the metal plates. And we'll get the yellow metal. No, this isn't for my Morrowind game. This is for something else. The Morrowind game, I'm kind of like stalling on right now. I just had other shit I had to do. I don't know, I wanted to try some other stuff. Plus my Linux computer is busted right now, and that's got my Linux, that's got my Morrowind game on there. I gotta fix that before I can do anything. This is for a typing game that I'm making with some other people. Right now we're calling it Fingers of Fury, but we're probably... I don't know, that sounds really stupid. But I don't really give a shit what the name is, as long as it, like, you know... As long as we make something. Alright. So yeah, we'll probably have some type of latch like that. And I'll get more detailed with this thing. We'll probably put some type of text on here that'll say like evil computer or whatever. Another joke for sure. Let's just grab all of this. Why is everything rusty? It's supposed to be cyberpunky with those hot girls. It's not cyberpunk. I hate cyberpunk shit. Oh shit, I need to grab this one. I don't know, I'm not a big cyberpunk fan. There we go. Oh, great. Which one is that? Okay, it's this one. We have this guy in the last stream. 2077 ruined the aesthetic. R90 on the X. Let's just do something like that. We'll probably have it in some like big panel on the side over here. We'll have these probably rotated in a big panel. I think that'll be the way to do it, is to kind of rotate them like this, and that way they're kind of like, you know, like I have a wall of RAM over here. It'll look more intimidating. Yeah, I think I'll spread them out more. We'll make slots for them to go in and have like a wall there. So it'll just be like a freestanding wall, and then we'll have like spaces in between here for the head to like come in and scream at you. We'll have that over here. Needs to be a little bit closer, a little more turned. It'll be attached to a wall right there. Same thing with the graphics card. I think it's all separate pieces, so I'm not going to bother moving it right now. But yeah, we have the RAM, we got the graphics card, we got the CPU. What else do we need? I was thinking about like a water cooler. Is the gay guy still alive from the last stream? Which which gay guy from the last stream? There's only one guy on the show, and it's me. So yeah, I am still alive from the last stream. All right. What else do we? What else do we need to fucking do? What other components go on a computer? That's right. We need like a power thingy. No, not me. You mean Big Sleazy, the guy who was flirting with me in the chat the whole time? Yeah, I'm not sure. He just kind of comes in and out. Yeah, motherboard, but the motherboard is kind of like the whole thing. I guess we'll look up computer parts. Computer parts. There we go. DVD drive, power supply, main board, CPU. We could do a cooler fan, I guess. Oh, the hard disk, of course. Yeah, power supply. I did think about that. SSD or HD. We could do the SanDisk. The case. Well, I'll probably think of some stuff. When I click your YouTube link and Kick, it goes to a 404 page, by the way. Interesting. Let's check out my Kick. Yeah, it does. Interesting. I think it's because I entered it in wrong, honestly. But yeah, if you look up Average Godot Enjoyer on YouTube, you'll find me. But yeah, I think I'm gonna get going for tonight. I'm just pretty tired, and I gotta work tomorrow. But yeah, I'll do some more work on this boss probably tomorrow night, and we'll get the SSD, probably SSD over here. We might just do like a collection of wires or something over there, and then you'll subscribe, buddy. You're grinding, and I love it. Oh, thank you. Yeah, if you could subscribe, like and subscribe, please, and go to all my other videos and like them and watch them. I don't make any money on it, but yeah, peace.